What's going on, guys? Crucible here. We're going to be breaking down the brand new free-to-play Dripku, as a lot of people probably want to call him. The Goku, the one with the coat from the Dragon Ball Super movie. We're going to be going over his kit, as well as going over a couple of surprises. I was actually kind of surprised that we got one thing in particular, but we'll go over events, summons, and kind of just go from there. So you're able to get this guy up to 14 stars. So looking at his stats, defenses are all right, mid 160s and 226 to both attack. He's meant to be a support type, but he's a defense type. That's interesting. Okay. I love it when they do these like little previews on Twitter and stuff about their kits. When they kind of talk about their kits and they make it seem like it's one type of character, but it's actually a completely different type of character. I'm not entirely sure, but let's see. Let's go down here to his main ability. So, give us back the Dragon Balls. Draw the Special Arts card next. Restores own health by 15 and ki by 40. Takes your opponent's Dragon Balls and adds them to your own. Effects will change according to how many Dragon Balls they have. So if they have 2 or more Dragon Balls, you take 2, you gain 1. If they have 1 Dragon Ball, you just take 1, gain 1, and then if they have no Dragon Balls, then none. So it's definitely something you want to try and use before their first rush, seeing as it takes 15 timer counts. In most cases, though, unfortunately, in this particular meta, the first rush can pretty much be activated by 15 counts, so you kind of need to be a little careful when using this guy and trying to take the Dragon Balls. At the very least, if you can't get them off, if you can't take the Dragon Balls by the end of the first rush or before the first rush starts, wait a little bit after that rush. Let them regain their Dragon Balls a little bit, like maybe one combo. Let them do one or combos or whatever, and then pop this to steal from them, so they can't really use their second Dragon Ball right off the bat, or their Dragon Rush, I should say. But yeah, it's not a bad main ability. It's just very situational, and with this current meta, I don't see this really helping things early on, despite it trying to be able to be used early on. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. The gloves are off. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Restores ki by 30, 50% to damage inflicted, and reduces damage by 40. And then applies the following effects to self according to the number of timer counts elapsed from the start. So, oh, these are permanent buffs. Interesting. Okay, so at 20 counts elapsed, he restores his health by 5 and 10, and then same at 30 counts, and same at 40 counts. So he'll be able to restore 15% of his own health by 40 counts, as well as gain 30% to damage inflicted after 40 counts. We'll have to go through here, and we'll tally up how much damage and defense he's going to have and stuff, but Resolute Warrior inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade +5 to strike and blast arts cost for 10 counts when changing cover. When this character is on the battlefield, the following effects occur every time he uses the enemy uses an arts card. Restores own ki by 5, 10% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, and then 5% to damage inflicted by allies for 20 counts as well. Interesting. Okay. So, in terms of himself, this guy's going to be getting... See, this stacks. So, let's say as a best case scenario, they use 5 cards. So for roughly 10 counts, you'll be getting 50% of damage inflicted here. You'll get a permanent 30% from these buffs here. You'll get 50% here, which can be removed, but you can always bring them back into battle and get that buff back. So you're already at 130. I mean, 130 extra attack isn't bad, actually, all things considered. And then the fact that your allies also give you you also get +5 to damage inflicted for allies for 20 counts, up to 20%. Yeah, it's not a bad kit. Again, it's a lot of the stuff that he does is more like support in design. It's more designed for support than it is for anything else. But I see why he's a defense type, because of all this healing that he's doing to himself. He's getting 15 here. He's getting 15 on his main ability. But yeah, they need to work on the classifications a little bit better, in my opinion. But he's not a bad unit. I don't think he's bad. It's just I think in this current meta, I don't know if he's gonna really be sticking out too much. So we'll have to see once we get him to 14 stars and we can test him in PvP and stuff. All right, nothing on Strike and Blast. He learned he has Kamehameha, 20% of damage inflicted for 15 counts upon activation. Just a standard buff. That's not too bad. His green card restores ki by 40. So he's actually restoring ki quite a bit too. On his main, he's restoring ki by 40. When he enters the battlefield, he's restoring by 30. Whenever an enemy uses an arts card, he also restores his own ki by 5 as well. Like this guy's gonna be like your ki buffer essentially, which is interesting. I don't think we've really seen a unit quite like this before when it comes to restoring ki in this sense, but it's actually very, very unique. Maybe only one other character in the game that has something like that. So, and then 25% to damage inflicted by allies for 20 counts on the green card as well. And he's going to be buffing Sagas. Sagas from the movies, event exclusive, strike, attack, and defense. And then 18% that are both of those. So you'll be able to run Coat Vegeta with this Goku. You'll be able to... These guys are event exclusive. They're not movie exclusive. So these guys don't get double buff. But the new Broly can do this or take this. These guys can take the standard buff, but not the secondary buff. Yeah, there's a good chunk of characters that you can actually use with this Goku. So definitely neat character. I mean, it's nice to finally have him in the game too. So can't really complain too much. Can't complain. Story events going on right now. Nothing going on for main story, but a couple events are being brought back. We got the Festival Raid versus the LF Broly is coming out on Friday. So be sure to farm that up. We'll go into details for that in a second. We'll also be going into this in a second here too, but there's a new equipment that is kind of surprising as to what we got, but we'll go into that in a second. Legends Rogue Great Saiyaman 1's back. I only have him at like 5-6 stars, so I'm gonna be using this time to hopefully be able to max him out. Because I don't know when he's gonna be coming back. So if you haven't maxed this guy out yet, go ahead. We should hopefully soon. Kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say because they. Excuse me. It's kind of hard to say because they made the Legends Road characters like event exclusive. So it's hard to say if the remaining Legends Road characters are still getting their Zenkais or not. But if they are, just in case, I would probably farm this guy up, get him max stars, so you don't have to worry about it later. Go Forth Galactic Patrol's back. This is the event that gives you like a bunch of energy and skip tickets, and then at the end it gives you like 300 Chrono Crystals, so make sure to do that. And then obviously we got the Coat Goku going on right now. As far as the Festival Raid, you got your tag Goku and Vegeta as the biggest boost character. Everybody else is actually fairly balanced. Like you got some randoms in here. Like you got this cooler. Like I don't even remember the last time I touched this green cooler. This blue Broly, Biscu. You got purple Turles, green Broly that just came out. Saga's Wiggly Arm Piccolo, Birdku. You got a lot of options. So if you can't use this guy, any of these guys will actually do splendidly. They'll do just fine. So just keep that in mind. But really, really fine. It's awesome that these are coming back. And the last one actually lasted quite a bit. It lasted like an extra day and a half longer than the first one that came out. So it looks like they tweaked it enough to make it actually last a bit longer, which is a good thing. So it's nice to see that. In terms of summons, we got the We got the Super Saiyan 4s that came back. Their Zenkai Awakenings are back, so make sure to do the dailies on that while you can. And then we also got the Legends Return banner with Super Saiyan 4 Goku and the brand new Zenkai 7 Vegeta. Let me tell you right now, you do not want to summon on this banner. You don't want to summon on this banner. The featured units on this banner are fine, I guess. You know, you got Majub, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. You got the anniversary units here. You got obviously the 2 LFs. You got this Zenkai Gogeta, this Zenkai Goku. And then you got the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan EX character, which is fine. The featured units are fine. All except this Kefla. We don't care about this Kefla. But the pool is so diluted. Like, look at this. It's pretty diluted, all things considered. There's like 58 Sparkings or something like that. So the odds of you actually being able to pull either one of those 2 LFs, it's not worth it. And it's only available for 5 days, so this is clearly a bait. There's clearly something that they're getting ready to release that they want you to spend your Chrono Crystals on. So I would advise, that nobody summon on this banner until we see, well, it doesn't matter what we see because this is going to be gone by the time we see whatever we need to see. I would advise nobody summon on this banner. If you're going to try and go for the Super Vegeta, definitely do it on the what is it? The Tag Goku banner. Like, definitely summon on this because did they not fix the LFs? I guess they didn't fix the LF in this banner for whatever reason. I don't know, but if I remember correctly, Super Vegeta was on this banner, so definitely consider just focusing on that banner if you're gonna go for Super Vegeta. As far as Super Saiyan 4 Goku goes, we got something interesting. He got his own unique plat equip, and it's actually pretty good. So this is strictly for Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the LF one. And first slot's going to be 15% to base health and 35% to base both defenses. Slot 2 is going to be a throw up, a toss up. It's going to be 8% to either. It's going to be 8% to pure strike and blast attack for either GT or Sun family. So depending on what team you kind of want to throw them on, it might be a good idea to actually get 2 of these. Get one specifically for GT and then get one specifically for Sun family because it does matter. It does depend on what team you throw them on. And then the slot 3 is the same as like Gogeta's Awakened Equip, where you know, it's gonna be like 10% to. I got the 3rd slot on this, so trust me when I tell you this. It doesn't show you here, but trust me. The first slot is going to just be damage inflicted at 10%. The second tier is going to be 20% to damage inflicted. And then when you get the final like step, or when you get the final awaken, it's going to have all 3 of these. So you'll have 20% to damage inflicted, 10% to special move damage, and 10% to ultimate damage. Yeah, I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think it's going to really show me or tell me. But yeah, just take a note though that this equipment is actually pretty hard to get a red slot on the first slot for. I spent 1,400 energy and I still have yet to pull a red slot equipment for this. I got a gold slot, which isn't too bad. It was like 31. It was like 31. Yeah, it was like 31, 32 of the defenses, and then it was like 10% to health or something like that. But or 13% to health. So, I mean, it's a really good equipment. This is definitely something that he needed, but I don't know how it's going to fare. We'll probably see some showcases today going over the best of Super Saiyan 4 Goku in some degree. So But yeah, that's going to do it for that equipment. And then the last thing we're going to cover is the free-to-play equipment that we get for the base Goku, or the Goku, Dripku. This is an equipment for defense-type Gokus, so it might be beneficial to farm up 1 or 2 of these, depending on how you run your teams. But basically, base strike defense to 10%, and then either base blast or base strike up to 20%. And then base health by 10%. So it's an okay equipment. Okay equipment, nothing crazy. But would definitely probably, like I said, get one, farm one up to a really good spot. Maybe get 2 and kind of go from there. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Yeah, not a whole lot going on this week, but there's something actually coming up around the corner. Something tells me that this, like, they have this bait banner right here. So something's telling me that we're going to be getting something in the next week or 2. Probably next week, we'll be getting the Broly Chilai Zenkai event. And then probably after that week, like the following week, we'll probably be getting our part 2 banners, which is probably a summonable ultra. So keep that in mind. But definitely farm up these equipments, farm up the stages and the events. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for the love, watching and showing support. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.